Who doesn't love the first bite of an ice cream? Smooth, cold, bursting with flavors, and taking you straight into the blessed memories of childhood. Honestly, everything feels right in the world with a perfect scoop in the mouth. However, have you ever wondered about the story behind this ecstatic bite? Let's go straight into the heart of an ice cream factory, where passion meets precision. From crafting irresistible flavors to the high-speed machines that churn out millions of gallons, you will discover artistry and innovation. Get ready to fall in love with ice cream all over again. For most people, the phrase ice cream conjures up memories of warm summers in childhood. Slurping melted cones, banana splits, or buying a cone from local stores. Ice cream is the ultimate old-fashioned treat. This dessert has a history and popularity all over the world. Different countries have their own versions, as kulfi in India and Pakistan, gelato in Italy, and mochi in Japan. Only the USA consumed 1.3 billion gallons of ice cream in 2023. Interestingly, the process of making ice cream is the same, whether you are making it at home or in an industry. However, when we have to make 1,000 liters of ice cream instead of one bowl, suddenly new concerns pop up that a home ice cream maker has not thought of yet. The rule of thumb is that you need to do two things to make an ice cream. First, you should include air in the dessert so that the ice cream will be soft and light. Secondly, you need to freeze the water content to solidify the mixture. In doing so, a seasoned chef creates ice cream crystals we all love. In industry, the whole process begins with a gentle thought for safety of the consumers. Milk and cream contain microorganisms and pathogens that can spread food poisoning and other fatal diseases. So, milk and cream would be heated at around 100 degrees centigrade for some time. This heating not only makes the ice cream safe to eat, but it also increases the quality of the taste and life of our favorite bars. It will partially unfold the milk proteins, which makes it very easy for proteins to hydrate and bind with water molecules. Pasteurization also prevents the milk fat cream from becoming rancid through oxidation by breaking off the enzymes. This helps in speeding up the whole procedure of manufacturing. However, industrials do not like the ultra-pasteurization of milk at 160 degrees centigrade. It kills all the microorganisms, including the ones which are helpful in the procedure. Immediately after the pasteurization, different flavors and other ingredients will be added to the milk. This whole mixture will now be homogenized, a process in which fat globules from the milk and cream will get an identical size. This size can be variable for different brands and categories of ice cream, but a standard size smaller than 1 micron is ideal in homogenization. This homogenization is very necessary to get smooth and stable ice cream. The small fat bubbles serve as a Pickering emulsifier. This means these small fat globules will sit around the air molecules, preventing the bubbles from coming together and escaping out of the ice cream. So, the small size of fat particles is very necessary for the stability of the structure. Now, this homogenized mixture will be cooled at 0 to 4 degrees centigrade above freezing point. Air is not yet introduced to the mixture, and workers will only prepare the mixture for the next steps of aeration and freezing. This cooling is done rapidly so that bacterial growth won't find a place to flourish. Remember, during pasteurization, all microorganisms were not killed. The ingredients like fruits and some flavors which are sensitive to heat will be added now to the mixture before the aeration. Once the ice cream is cooled down, it will be left to age for a while. During aging, the homogeneous mixture of milk and cream starts to take the shape of ice cream. Several things happen here to help make a good ice cream. First of all, fat solidifies when we start cooling the mixture. This fat will help to form the ice cream structure once the mixture goes to freezing or the formation of ice crystals. If the emulsifiers have been used for homogeneous mixing of the ingredients, they will sit on top of fats during aging, which helps to break down the fat particles later on. Aging also enhances the process of hydration. The binding of water molecules with proteins and stabilizers takes place in this resting phase. How much time we need for aging can be a great question here. Well, it depends on two things. What are the ingredients we are using? And what procedure do we have to follow after aging? If your fat crystallizes quickly, you need less time for aging. But if you plan to follow extrusion to make the final ice cream, you may need a longer time for aging. After the aging of the mixture, it is ready to be frozen and transformed into ice cream. The main challenge during freezing is how to cool down the mixture quickly. This task is hard, as we are making large quantities and a massive amount of heat energy is required to remove from the aged homogeneous mixture. In factories, it is done using scraped surface heat exchangers. These are heavy machines on the surface of which the ice cream mixture is scraped. The surface heat exchangers are also known as mini ice cream machines, on which the materials consistently flow in and out. The temperature of this wall is freezing, sometimes less than -30 degrees centigrade. This low temperature helps to form a lot of small crystals in the mixture put on the surface. It is the only place where new ice crystals form. Later on, we just harness these crystals to grow, and no new crystals form. Freezing is not the only phenomenon happening on the surface heat exchanger. It also incorporates the necessary air into the ice cream. The air makes the ice cream lighter and easier to scoop. Under standard pressure, air will be injected into the mixture. This application of pressure is important, because if we don't apply pressure, the air bubbles will expand before time and scrape out without getting uniformly distributed throughout the mixture. The scoops will become hard this way, and no one likes to eat such hard ice cream. So, all the brands of your favorite ice cream put special focus on aeration, as it is a make or break phase for an ice cream manufacturer. When the ice cream gets out of the freezer, it is not yet as hard as the ice cream in your tub. It will only be around -5 degrees Celsius. The ice cream containers cannot leave at this temperature because the structure will collapse immediately after going into the hot areas. So, further hardening is inevitable. Now, the ice cream mixture will be passed through a tunnel with blowing cold air to rapidly remove the heat from the crystals. How much hardening is needed here depends upon what we are going to do next. If the ice cream needs to take the special signature shapes of a brand, it should be hard enough to keep its shape, but soft enough to be molded into the desired form. On the other hand, if the next phase is getting dosed into a tub, it should still be flexible enough to take the shape of the container. Once the mixture has got into the tub or desired containers and all packaging has been done, it will again go for the hardening towards the tunnel. The experts of frozen items do not have desserts before the final hardening even at home. After the final hardening, your favorite ice cream is ready, and your preferred brand will do the required supply and demand exercise to put this delight within your access. Here, the journey of a fruit ends on the tip of your tongue that has been flavored in milk and cream to satisfy the taste buds you developed right from childhood. Enjoying this feast is your task. We just want to give a historical fact. Alexander the Great was also fond of snow and flavored ice with honey, nectar, and his favorite fruits. So, next time, you can also feel like King Alexander while devouring an ice cream bar. Just don't go invade India after that. Alexander died while doing so. With a wish for your well-being, this marks the end of today's episode of Inside the Making. Your support in the form of hitting the subscription and like button means a lot to us. Hit the bullseye, and don't forget to share the video with your beloved friends and family members with whom you share your favorite ice cream. After all, good stories are best enjoyed together, just like your favorite ice cream.